Our first ever match in the UEFA Champions League. It's massive for us, because I think this is the real thing we've got to concentrate on this season.
Into the black hole. Sing for my soul.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Sunshine on Leyth. The second one of the season, the final season. So, I mean, we're just going to cut straight to the chase. You will remember in the previous episode, I talked about us signing another player, and it actually happened. We got him out from under the nose of Barcelona. This is George Jimmy. We've signed him from Utrecht on a permanent deal. The fee is essentially 61 million, but it's 30 up front, 30 over 3 years. And honestly, now you look at that and go, he isn't actually capable of that yet, but he will be. And you can tell just from looking at him that he'll be just fine when he learns that role. With the fact that Clive Kimberley was gone, we had to try and make some moves, and this was the best we could do. But 17 passing and 19 vision really does make me think that this guy could actually be an absolute phenom in that role. The fact that we've got Jimmy, Tate, Nielsen, and Fran in that midfield in that midfield 2 spots could definitely give us a huge step in the right direction. The fact that this guy had 31 caps for the Netherlands while still playing at FC Utrecht is actually quite surprising to me that no one else snapped him up sooner. I'd had him on the radar for a few years, but we didn't really need him. But then when the opportunity came up, I decided, you know what, let's just go for it this summer and absolutely smash it. £207 million we've spent this summer in total, if you count all the add-on clauses and stuff like that, which it does. So as much as he can't play there yet, I feel like once he gets competent there, once he's got the tiniest bit of competency playing a slightly deeper, I think he can be a boss for us, because he's got great tackling and marking anyway. He'll be ready for that role the moment that he starts to get some competency there. I'm looking forward to see what George Jimmy can do. Plus his surname's Jimmy. He's got 2 first names. So we play Nagelsmann's Liverpool. I mean, Manchester City off to the start you would expect from them, to be fair. As for us, changes are probably going to need to be made. Let's see what we've got here. Nielsen, I mean, could I get away with playing George? I realise he has no role suitability there, but it doesn't... This is the thing. I've never really understood how much of a disadvantage it actually gives you. I feel like if it's like not fully green, no one really cares. It's not that big a deal. That just shows you that they're more ideal for something slightly different. But when there's none whatsoever, I do wonder if he'd be at a death. I think we may just have to do it. Just to put George Jimmy in there and just see what he can do. As much as this seems to like, I think like he might be at a slight downside just because he has no familiarity with that actual deeper position. But we'll see. And what better way to get him used to the role than by literally playing him there? And Mike just needs a rest, to be fair. And Keith Abbott will start today as well, instead of Hubert, who's just knackered from that game, from going to extra time and all that. At the very least, we do at least have a rest after this. But it's a chance for Paul Tate to get his first start there. Fran will drop a little bit deeper to fill in some places. It's not ideal from us, really. And I'm honestly just kind of excited about the prospect of what George Jimmy can do there. It's a whole new partnership with Jimmy and Tate. Still not completely expectant of much, though, from us here, because it is a very, very difficult away day coming to Anfield, as we showed last season. But if we just look slightly better than we have in recent years, then I'll be happy. Flamarion with the ball into the channel for Loncho. Probably get the shot away first time in. Milan Loncho drags the shot, but good getting into the position. Well, half an hour gone, and really, nobody's done anything. They certainly don't look as good as they have in... That right there. Literally, that's exactly how we won the ball against Arsenal. And I do genuinely think that's because Balde sat further forward. I was not seeing that last season. Balde now with a chance to create something. Loncho on his wrong foot, and it's side netting for him again, but good work. The interception was lovely. Oh, that's a nice ball into the channel. We need Jerry Ellison to be big here. Good tackle on him. It's a nice ball for Lonchar too, actually. Chance for him to maybe run. Finds Kayo. Can he get around the defender? He can! Yes! Kayo gives us the lead at Anfield. It's our first shot on target of the entire match, I will grant you that. But we have the lead at Anfield. Really nice counter-attacking football. Flamarion's ball into the channel for Lonchar is what does this. Picking out that ball was perfect in there. Lonchar does a lot of work. Just goes first time with that ball. Kayo, I think the defender might have touched it slightly, but he takes it round the goalkeeper to a little bit. Gets his first Premier League goal of the season, and we lead at Anfield. This is big. But what I'd say is if he can carry us through to like 60 minutes with us beating Liverpool, then we can get Mike Nielsen on without him completely running himself into the ground. And that will have, therefore, I will believe, make that change justified. For us to stub the clean sheet after 55 minutes is pretty solid from me. But I do feel like it's coming to an end soon. And a great tackle that time from George Jimmy. It's a nice ball for Bartley again. Abbott needs to get out there and prevent it from getting into the box. Great tackle from Keith Abbott. What a player. What a lad. Into the channel for Kayo. Maybe a chance. Oh, lovely touch. Can he get back to his right foot? He can. Great strike. And Lemonnier is able to get that. Or Lemoyne gets the save. Flamarion's not tracking. What a tackle by Tate again. Tate does look a little bit like a tackling machine in that bit part. He's not going to win the interceptions in the air, but my God, on the floor, is he going to stop people? It would seem. We're not done yet. I can feel stuff coming here. Matondo. Abbott again. Keith Abbott, by the way, has been brilliant today. Some of his tackles. Oh, wow, that was close, actually. Nearly commentators cursed it. Nielsen with a bit of space, though. Finally, the wizard Can he take his man on and find a good cross? He can, you know. I feel like he will. Kaio's header is over. Nice work. We're going to ring in the time wasting now, really try to just kill this game. Nielsen cutting into the box. Loads of room. Oh, no. If he just drops that to the 15, there's a chance. Right, got to be careful here with Chamberlain. Great tackle in from Fran this time. We're throwing bodies at everything here, and it's a poor effort from Liverpool. They've had a lot of long shots today. We've limited them. Okay, that's quite a good ball for Alexander-Arnold. 77-year-old Trent Alexander-Arnold as well, flying through. Oh, no, he's in. He's in. Oh, well, we didn't... I mean, it was still a long shot, but Ellison should have done better with that one. It's not the best strike there from man whose name is very long and Belgian. Yeah, a Belgian just doesn't get out there, and it just skips through, and it's a good hit, but Ellison... Well, it looks like we are going to get the draw at Anfield. As the game's worn on, we've got less and less involved in it, and Liverpool have certainly taken over. But, much like the Champions League... Oh, God, please no. Whoa, that was nearly it. I would take the draw. It's not the best performance overall, but the likes of Abbott and that, I actually thought they did quite well for a lot of it, but they just switched off at the final moment there, and unfortunately we ended up conceding the late goal. Still a poor goal to concede. We didn't give them that many chances, but it's definitely an improvement over the way we played before against them, so I'll take that. Right, some games off camera, back for the first ever Champions League game. Right then, we're back, and oh dear, it did not go so well at Selhurst Park. We took the lead early. Oh, hang on, that's a bit too fast there, isn't it? Well, I think we're just moving fast. The ball was put over the top. Lonchar got on the end of it and was able to make it 1-0 to us. Good start. Lovely ball from Nielsen. Lovely finish from Lonchar. However, Palace then came roaring back into this match. It was a very even game. They had a few more shots than us, but they were again shooting from range. But we just, I mean, this is just what a strike from Cummins. Ellison didn't move. It's a hell of a hit. And then, unfortunately, they were able to find themselves in front before half-time. And we did huff and puff in the second half to try and get back into the match. But yeah, just wasn't happening for us. Terrible defending again. And it cost us 2-1 defeat to Palace. Jude Bellingham had an excellent game in the midfield for Palace. So after this, I decided that actually maybe the attacking thing on the left-hand side just wasn't working out as well as I thought. I felt that we were getting caught out too much. I think it was benefiting us in some ways, but way too detrimental in others. And I think that was the right choice. As in the very next game, we went away to Watford and absolutely smashed it. Hubert getting the ball out on this left-hand side, whips it across for Nelson, smashes it in for his first goal. I accidentally started him. I wasn't supposed to be starting him. I was supposed to start Balde, but I pressed the wrong button and we ended up starting the match. But it was good to see that happen anyway. Then a bit of luck here. The ball breaks back to Lonchar and he's able to slot us 2-0 up. Pretty comfortable at that point. And things only got better for us in the second half. Nelson with a lovely ball across. Bulgin gets it back, eventually to Flamarion. There, at the back post, Simon Nelson, second goal of the night for him. On an unfortunate start for him, really. I wasn't expecting it, but he grabbed a brace, so you can't really argue with that. Then, 4-0. The Wizard puts the ball in, headed into the back of the net by Lonchar, followed by Motondo, making it 4-0. Watford did naturally get their standard goal in this game, unfortunately. Ball was put through by Kangtae Ho. Eventually, good, well, Ellison maybe could have got there. Good finish at the back post from Martinelli. But then we had a fifth goal in us as well. Tate then this time, whipping the ball out for the Wizard. He just does a simple thing, pops this on the head of Kaio. First, I think that's his first Premier League goal, 5-1. And then we hosted Leicester, and it was a very similar story. Tate getting it this time, drops into the channel for Lonchar. Luck the way that deflects to Balde, but he's able to slot in another one, so that's good for him. His second of the season, I think. But unfortunately, Leicester were able to equalise in this one. It was a bit, it's just bad from us again. Poor clearance here, flicked over the defenders. They all miss it, and Quinn is able to slot home. Very frustrating. But then in the second half, we really did kick on here. Again, Balde picking it up, driving at the defenders again, takes a second man on as well, and is just able to lash this one home for his second of the night and third of the season in the league already. Then, terrible defending from Leicester. Basically, horrendous back pass. Kaio reads the ball perfectly, gets in on the end of it. I think that was 3 or 4-1. We still had time for some more, though, as the Wizard dumped a lovely ball on the back post, and 16-year-old Jack Charlie scoring his first ever Premier League goal. Still 16! And then Balde, with some more magic here, picks the ball up in his own half, drives past a couple of players. He just goes all the way through, slots it home for his hat-trick. Fourth goal of the year already. He's already matched the number of man of the match awards he got in the whole of last season, and has half the goals he got last year already. What a start to the year from Saliu Balde. Pulling him back into that reserve role does seem to be doing something for him, and he's just doing wonders. As all that leaves us fourth in the league. The Palace result was frustrating. I think we should have won the game. I don't think we deserved to win the game. I just think we should have won the game. We should be beating a team like Palace. So that was poor from us. But we're up into the top 4 there. And to be fair, we smashed Leicester 5-1, who'd already won 4 out of 4 at the start of the season. So good signs there. We're still not out the title race by any stretch. City dropped points against Norwich, so nobody's really completely invincible so far. We're still right in there, but it could have been better, really. We should have got some points against Palace, I feel like. But you'll also notice Blackhaven sitting 10th in the league. Just the one defeat so far. They've beaten a few teams. They've got some draws. They did lose 2-0 to Man United, though that's not a huge surprise. And Pages did get injured in there. But they're definitely looking like a much better side than they have been for a long, long time. Down at the bottom, Arsenal had lost 4 out of 4, but then they still managed to find a way to win the North London derby. Classic, innit? And also, Veldwijk joined Atalanta on loan with a £13 million mandatory fee. It's not a lot of money, I grant you, but he then got a hip injury again. He's got a problem. He may not be injury prone, but he does now have a recurring hip injury problem quite clearly. So he's going to be out for another 2 to 3 months, but the deal is already done. £13 million. That's Atalanta's problem now. As for Blackhaven in the transfer window, they actually didn't spend that much more money in the end. 77 million was eventually the deal. They signed Carlos Peña from Cruz Azul as their new keeper. They're on massive wages because Blackhaven do have a lot of money, and they seem to spend it mostly on wages now. Declan Spring joined them from Norwich for £1.1 million. Antonio Nunes joined them for nearly £20 million to play in the centre-back role from Sevilla. Troy Parrott for £8 million from Brighton. They really have raided the crap out of Brighton. Tony England, who is English but played for Rangers, they signed him as well for $9 million. They signed Caio Henrique for $30.5 million. He's their biggest outlay of the summer. He's been at Brighton and Arsenal and Juve. This guy's he's made moves a lot. He's currently been nearly £200 million has been spent on this lad in his career. And lastly, they also signed Jason Wallace, another goalkeeper, this time from Brighton, but he's a youth prospect. But their signings seem to be working out quite nicely for them so far. I'd be interested to see what they actually do over the full season. If they can actually put together a run like they did last year towards the second half of the year. If they do that for the full season, I could see them comfortably getting top half. We had a group stage draw, and we've got our group, and we're playing a game in it today. Our first ever match in the UEFA Champions League. It's massive for us, because I think this is the real thing we've got to concentrate on this season. And here's our group. Galatasaray, Real Madrid, and Lyon. Despite us being a pot 1 team, Real Madrid were in the same group as us. I don't know whether they were... I think they were obviously dislodged. Either they were dislodged to pot 2. No, they must... Yeah, so they must have come second in La Liga. It's not great. Lyon and Galatasaray, I still think there's a good chance of us getting out of this group, but it's going to be a massive slog. Galatasaray are certainly not a pushover team. Now, Nielsen took a little rest at the start of the Leicester game, so we'll bring him back in again. Paul Tate, very impressed with him so far. Fran's been sort of flittering around the squad covering for centre-backs, and it's enabled us to have Fran cover at the centre-back if we need him to, whilst also not compromising our central midfield, which is quite helpful. So we're going to go full strength here. Caio, Lonchar, Balde, Nielsen, Tate, Flamarion, Oboljan, Matondo, Connor, Hubert, and Ellison. As for the bench, yes, we definitely need to have the wizard on the bench. And maybe... I like to have Keith Abbott instead of Lafarge. That way we've just got that option for us so far. So, pleasing, we're at home. It's our first ever European game at the Lighthouse. I'm excited for this, and I hope you are too. But only time will tell. We'll see how that one goes. I expect us to win this one, and I think it'll be a good test for us to sort of see how we shape up in this group if we put in a strong performance against a good Galatasaray side, but I think we're going to be better. Nielsen with the delivery, and all the way through already there, and Caio's getting straight into the action here. Jimmy is slowly learning that role. He's getting a bit better. Caio back for Balde. What's he got? Flamarion. Oh, Nielsen could creep into the box here, maybe. Oh, and already! Or rather, he's looked a lot better at doing that this season. He really is acting more like Flamarion in places. That's a big tackle. And Flamarion will keep the ball, and it keeps it again. Oh, it's got to find Balde here. Can he cut inside and get the shot away? Yeah, no. But Hubert's backed for it. Loads of room at the back post, potentially. Nielsen, so many players. Flamarion! Oh, he just overdid it there. I think we just over-egged the pudding with the build-up. Took a bit too long over it, but a really encouraging start. Flamarion into the box now. Back post and... Oh, that's a gorgeous ball. Whitport 1, Galatasaray 0. We've had 81% possession in the lead-up to that goal, and getting an early goal in this match is so important. We've been pressuring Galatasaray like mad here. We're fully fresh because we played our Premier League game on the Friday. Nice work from Tate and Oboljan there. Great work, but Flamarion, this is just a gorgeous little ball. To get that in for Caio, his 4th goal of the season and his first ever goal in Champions League. That's lovely. I won't be satisfied with our performance until we grab another goal or two, really, because I don't want to leave this to chance. Lonchar to the byline here. He's going to shoot. Oh, he's gone for himself. Lonchar with his 3rd goal of the season. He is showing a bit more bite in these kind of areas. He's showing a lot of composure in front of goal, even at really tight angles. He's done this all by himself. He's out on the touchline, stumbles through one challenge. There's a lot more strength from him there. The defender's being taken away, but he still has another guy to get through and is able to pop this past the goalkeeper for 2-0. The assist for Alfredo Oboljan, that's far more cushy. 2-0 in half an hour is very, very nice for us. It means that we could maybe get Jimmy on for another little bit of a match experience later in this match. If we were to grab a 3rd goal, I'd say that's what I'd be looking to do. That's a poor ball, though. Don't let them turn us into something, but we haven't. Balde's got it. Might go through himself. He is through himself. Oh, and a good save from the goalkeeper. And Balde, really, I thought maybe could have done better. Well, half-time, and it's about as comfortable as I would have liked it to be, frankly. Controlling the possession, 2 goals to the good. Balde's having a poor day so far, which is a shame. Intercepted by Balde. Here we go. Can we build something up from the back? Oh, there's a nice run being made by Nielsen, of all people, into the wide channel. Sips it around the side for... Woo! That was really nice from the lads. Nielsen with the assist, Kaio with another goal. But the thing that made that move so nice for me is the run that Mike Nielsen makes. You can see him running there into the channel. Like, that's a DM making that little wide run, and it completely fools them. And he's got all the room in the world to pick out a finish. It's a lovely finish from Kaya, but great work from Mike Nielsen. That's a very unexpected run. I'd say we're very much on the way towards our first ever win in the Champions League, and it's nice to be able to start with a relatively easier match. Oh, crap. Ellison's got to be big here. Jerry, no! Great save from Jerry Ellison. Terrific stop. Flamarion out to this right-hand side. He's got a lovely little overlap coming. He doesn't need him. He's just going alone. Takes on two of them. Back post potentially for Balde, and that's over the bar. Yeah, we're getting him off. This game's been somewhat dead since our substitutions. And Jimmy with the strike, and George Jimmy scores on his Champions League debut for us. That is quite the hit. Not what we really expect from that role, but Jimmy's got himself off the mark. That'll help him with his average rating and just make him feel a bit better. He's just lurking there. Comes onto that full on the volley. Great strike from Jimmy. It's 4-0. Lovely finish from the lad. That's great news. Well, that looks like it's going to be it. It's going to be Whitport 4, Galatasaray 0. What were we worried about, eh? We've got Lyon and Real Madrid. They will be very difficult matches. There's no denying that. And but to get 3 points on the board nice and early with a 4-0 trashing of Galatasaray, where we really did control the match, is very good. Kaya with a brace, Lonchar with a goal as well. Nice finish from George Jimmy. Good assist from Flamario and Nielsen, particularly with that lovely run. And Abuljan also had an excellent game. So did Mateus Hubert, though. Both fullbacks flourishing tonight. Really, really good performance. That's the sort of results we need in the Champions League. Beating Galatasaray home and away, get those 6 points, and then just sort of see what we can do against Lyon and Real Madrid. You never know, but I think Real Madrid are going to be incredibly difficult. You bloody love to see it. We did kind of struggle. Like, I feel like I made the wrong choice with those changes originally, and you could see our goal scoring wasn't quite up to it. And the moment I switched it back, we've now hit 14 in 3 matches. And yeah, okay, the opposition is slightly different, but still, that's the kind of performance we need to be seeing more and more regularly. And if we can keep playing like this, I think we can pull ourselves back into the title race and really have a crack at everything this year and just see what we can do. I don't think we're really ready to challenge for the Champions League title this year. I think we'd need a couple more seasons of building and just improving players, but you just never know at this point. It's the final season. We're just going to go gung-ho and see what happens. So, if you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope you have, drop a like. That'd be sick. Weirdly, we didn't have a full house for this game, which is surprising. Our first ever Champions League game. Unless we had a reduced capacity for the Champions League or something. Very, very strange. Anyway, yeah, if you enjoyed it, drop a like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. I stream on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays, and usually at the weekends too, so go follow there as well, and I'll join you guys tomorrow. We're going to start with Scotland, with Tottenham, and probably come back for Lyon in there as well. That's going to be a slightly more subdued episode, perhaps, but there's a lot of episodes need to be recorded between now and the start of FM21 to make sure we finish this season out, and don't forget, there'll be a looking forward as well. So, I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Hold your gun, Capybara. Bye-bye.